It's crazy how this hunt can never catch a break, and I need to know what's really going on. When she's not being discredited as an industry plant, she's being lambasted for performing at the BETs despite unending tensions around her ethnic and racial identity. And when it's not that, she's being dragged for identifying as a South African colored woman, which she is. And when it's not that, there's backlash around her decision not to engage Charlamagne's rage baiting tactic. And when it's not that still, she's getting bombastic side-eye for not ducking Usher and not wanting to grind on a man twice a day. Nah, he's a legend and an icon, and many of us would have talked on the spot. But this young woman with agency, who very respectfully didn't indulge but continued to be a good sport regardless, got the slack for not partaking. And when it's not that, she's being reviled with insults and slurs for not being an African that has a Rex to reach his aura. It's now this. Tyla is once again facing a wave of heated backlash after some people perceived her as behaving pompously at the MTV Video Music Awards. The splashy event took place on September 11th in New York City. This time, she's getting into why Tyla's speech about her win being, and I quote, bittersweet, is the fact that some people saw her behavior as being disrespectful towards her peers. Halle lauded her for not acquiescing to the perceived patronizing disrespect from an African know-how who is typically not expected to be a snob. And I saw a funny comment on the Shade Room that said something to the effect, Lil Nas X was like, alright, I'll be a man tonight and do that for you, Tyla.
Messy.
That's messy?
Yes!
And by the way, I don't get why Lil Nas X wouldn't be a man in any other night. But that's part of why the hate train against Tyla is so interesting to witness for me. She's just arrived on the scene, but has sparked enough backlash and courted enough controversy to fuel a decade's worth of diaspora wars. Because it's like, what is it exactly? Does she just not fit the narrative of what an African is expected to be? And therefore some people don't like that she's occupying those spaces. You know, the same way whiteness wants to limit how many black people should participate in certain rooms. And this is not the first time winners had asked for assistance with carrying their awards ahead of making their speeches. Examples that have been popping up include the likes of Lady Gaga, Olivia Rodrigo, Cardi B, and many others. Like, this is a thing. Maybe they are nervous because there's a lot happening and they never received any backlash for doing so. See? Now, this 22-year-old girl hasn't caught a break since breaking out with a smash hit single Water in 2023, which is taken from her debut self-titled album Tyla. And while she quickly shot to fame when the song became a viral social media phenomenon in 2023, the frenzy around her was quickly met with a lot, and I mean a lot, of blowback. For one, we know the thing about her identifying as colored, which is an actual ethnic and racial category and culture in South Africa, where Tyla is from. Since then, it has been one thing after another, which has almost matched her meteoric rise to superstardom as she continues to rise and become a new supreme. But when she began achieving global success with relevance to the music market in the US, the term colored began posing a problem for her because the word has deeply offensive and racially sensitive connotation for the African American community. In actual fact, in various parts of the world, the term colored is considered outdated and racist. And while there is complex history even in South Africa, colored people are a distinct culture and heritage that exists. The most common assumption is sometimes that colored people are simply mixed race people, which is not true. Trevor Noah is mixed but not colored, and in order for her to not highlight who she is would require her to abandon her ethnic and cultural identity in order to assimilate in another world. Let's once more park for a second all the controversies surrounding her identity, which continues being viewed as a shameless denial of her blackness, because there was something else that caused quite a wave of debates online. She's also currently the target of angered Afrobeats fans who feel that she was not deserving to win the award over actual Afrobeats artists who were nominated in the same category. And all of that is despite the fact that the very same Tyla, who's also been criticized for pointing out the bittersweet complexity of her win, because there isn't a space to properly acknowledge the diverse African sounds without lumping them under the Afrobeats banner. That may not be an accurate classification. Now, Tyla music does have some Afrobeats sonic influences, but as a genre, it's mostly a fusion of amapiano, pop, R&B, and Afrobeats. And I don't know, I feel like she's always talked about this, in the same way she had to come out and explain that she never denied being black. Now she's having to explain her sound, and she has to explain that she never intended to disrespect anyone on that stage. Shoo! Her Ira Star, Davido, Tim's, and many others. But unfortunately, it hasn't done much to help quell the fires from angered Afrobeats fans who feel like she really shouldn't have won the award over artists they consider to be true Afrobeats artists. It doesn't help that coincidentally, her win comes just as Tim's had to make it clear at the Breakfast Club that no, Afrobeats did not originate in South Africa and rather in Nigeria. It's amapiano that originated in South Africa. Both genres can and do intersect, but hey, these are facts.
So Afrobeats originated in Nigeria?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
He's a DJ.
No, when I would go to South Africa, you just hear the music. But
South
I didn't
African is Amapiano, Afrobeats is, and South Africa has other genres, but Afrobeats is not South African. You know,
y'all got all the biggest artists too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Afrobeats is Nigerian. That's his standard. You know.
Now, outside of the section of the internet population that is angry with her for winning in that category, and the other section that is mad at her for being the uppity African for asking help with holding an award, there's now a surge of those who are just coming out to say, you know what, there's just something off about that girl. Just something off. Can't put my finger on it. It's just something. I wonder what that could be. But back in October 2023, Tyla encountered her first public fury. During Tyla's interview on The Breakfast Club, the conversation took an unexpected turn when co-host Charlamagne brought up her racial identity. He asked Tyla directly, "What are you mixed with?" implying that she might not be fully black due to her appearance. Tyla seemed taken aback by the question and didn't immediately respond, sparking awkward silence in the room. Her management, recognizing the sensitive nature of the topic, then swiftly stepped in to encourage her to remain silent, avoiding any further commentary on her race. This moment quickly went viral, leading to public speculation and backlash, with some accusing Tyla of racial ambiguity or being evasive about her identity. To clear things up, Tyla eventually took to Twitter stating, "I am a proud black South African woman born to 2 black South African parents. Let's celebrate diversity within blackness without needing to put people in boxes." Her tweet was intended to shut down the confusion and reaffirm her identity while highlighting the complexity and diversity of black identity, especially from a South African perspective. She literally tweeted that she was a black woman who is also proud of her colored identity, but that didn't really do the trick. Now, isn't it strange how she keeps courting controversy, and so much of it, and so early on in her career? Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Despite years of a hustle to make it, Tyla's rise to fame has seemed almost overnight. She first gained some attention back in 2021 with the release of a debut single, Getting Late, a track that fused Amapiano and Afrobeats, which is where this whole thing started. She got the attention of Epic Records, and by 2023, Tyla was on everyone's lips as the new girl in town. She followed the viral Billboard Hot 100 Top 10 single Water with the album Tyla, which earned her an impressive score of 8 on Pitchfork. Soon, she was scoring features with heavyweights like Travis Scott, causing a stare at the Met Gala, and winning her first Grammy Award. For some, it has seemed all too fast. But more than that, the constant backlash she faces has risen just as fast, at times seeming to be happening pretty much every other month. Can someone break it down to me in the comments down below like I'm a 5-year-old? What's the truth? Like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching until the end. Until next time, bye.